Good morning, babe, and happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Before we get started with this morning's video, make sure you guys watch all the way through. The longer you watch, the more ads play, which means the more I make so that I can pay my bills like my rent and my internet bills so I can continue to make content for you guys. If you love and support me, babe, please, please, please watch all the way through. Okay? And then, of course, at the end, we will be doing a 360 spin. I can't wait to show you what I'm wearing today. You are going to love it. All right, so these past few days, we have been talking about how to attract the woman of your dreams, right? And I've been giving you guys a lot of tips and tricks, and I've been reading y'all's comments, and you guys are really appreciating all of the information that I've been giving you. And these past few videos, we've been taking a look at the women and what they may be doing right or wrong that's making you want to wife them up or not. But this morning, I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I wanted us to take a look at you. Because sometimes, babe, you are the problem. It's not always the woman, sometimes it's you. And I want you to get out of your ego, out of your pride, and just have open ears with this video and see if you fall into this category, okay? So a lot of times, you guys are searching for the woman of your dreams in places where you shouldn't be searching for her at. And then you get upset because you can't change her. Babe, let me explain something to you. You do not have the ability to change anybody, just like I don't have the ability to change anybody. Nobody can change anybody. The only person who can change is themselves. If they don't want to change, you cannot change them, okay? So some of you guys fall into these relationships, fall in love with women, and you ignore all of the things about this woman when you first meet her, thinking that you can love her through her problems or you can love her to success or whatever. And then you realize after a few years or decades even that you can't do it. And then you've wasted all of this time. Remember, time is our most valuable asset, okay? You can't get time back. That's why it's the most valuable asset that we have. So let's get into some examples. Let's say you love to go out and you love to go to the club, you love to go to the bar, whatever, and you find this beautiful woman there, and you're like, okay, she's lovely. I want to get to know her. Da 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 da. Okay, so you get her number, her social, whatever, and you guys start communicating. You go on some dates, and you just really love the vibe and everything about her. But maybe she always goes to the club. Maybe she always goes to the bar. And you are searching for a woman who is not always going to the club, who's not always going to the bar. Well, babe, I need you to look at yourself and realize you met her at the club. You met her at the bar. So how can you be upset when she always wants to be at the club or at the bar? Do you get what I'm saying, babe? Okay, let me give you another example. Let's say you are a gentleman who, okay, I got one. Let's say you're a gentleman, you have your ish together, you got your money in order, you got your own place to stay, you taking care of your kids if you have kids, like you are just really on top of your ish, right? You are just doing the damn thing. You are an alpha male. You are the prize. Like I always remind you every single day, you are the prize. And let's say you're at Target, Target, but we call it Target to be fancy. Let's say you're at Target and you're just doing your grocery shopping, whatever, whatever, and you meet this woman there, and you know she look good. She look good or whatever, but let's just say she works there, and there's nothing wrong with that. People work where they work. So, okay, you know, you exchange socials, whatever, whatever, and you really like her. So you talking to her, communicating with her, you take her out on a date, y'all have a good time. You really are feeling this girl, right? Okay. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video where I was telling you guys what you should be asking these women on the first date, you need to check that out because this comes into play here. So let's say, you know, you like her, you didn't ask the questions I told you to ask, And you ask her later on, maybe a year into, you notice like, hey, she's not really that ambitious. Like, she really not trying to accelerate her life. Like, she not trying to do anything more than work at Target. And you a big baller. Like I said, you taking care of your ish. You very ambitious. You just have all these goals and things, and you want a woman who can match your energy, right? You want a woman who's also ambitious and trying to get to the next level and on her ish too. Okay. So you ask her, like, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? Like, what's your plan? And it's been 6 months, it's been a year, and you didn't ask her this question like I told you need to ask on the first date. And she's just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna continue to work here. And you're like, but you only make like $15 an hour or whatever. And she's like, yeah, well, it's cool. So in other words, she don't have any visions, any dreams to do better, to make more. She's cool where she's at. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for you being alpha male and you wanting a woman who can match your energy, that becomes a problem, right? But it's not her fault. It's yours, babe. Because one, you didn't watch the video that I made yesterday when it comes to what you should be asking these women that you're taking out on dates. And two, you have to understand that a lot of times where you meet people is where they're going to always be. Not always, but a lot of times. Remember, you guys, people don't really change. Most people don't change. Most people stay the same. Okay? Now that we understand that, there's nothing wrong. Let's say she is working at Target, but she hustling. She on her is. She trying to do this, and then she going to turn around and do this and this. That's totally different. That's not what we talking about. We talking about this woman here who's just comfortable working at Target and retiring from Target, and that's just all she want to do. But that don't match your energy, though. Do you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's still your fault because you didn't ask these questions up front. You didn't realize where she was at when you met her. Okay, and I'm not saying that people, use certain jobs as stepping stones. That is true, but not everybody is trying to change. Okay, so at the end of the day, I need you to understand that sometimes you're the problem. Sometimes you have expectations for people, but you need to realize and remember where you met them at and what they was doing when you met them. And you can't change people. People can only change when they want to change. Okay, so when it comes to attracting the woman of your dreams, if you're already that alpha male, and like I said, you got your ish together, you just really on your shit, then if you don't want to be disappointed, you need to find you a woman who is also on her shit. Don't be trying to bring women up and then get mad when they don't want to come up. That's your fault. That's your fault. Okay? And I know that can be a very tough pill to swallow, but it's true. And you cannot always be so quick to point the finger at other people because remember, when you point the finger at you, you got three fingers pointing back. Let me give you one more example. Let's say you met a woman and she got kids. Maybe you don't have no kids. You met a woman, she got kids, but you didn't ask the questions that I told you to ask on these dates. You never asked. And let's say y'all been, chopping it up for a while. She got a few kids. She got more than one. And maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years go by, and you're like, you know what? I really like this girl. I want to have kids. And you tell her, like, I want a kid too. And she tells you she doesn't want any more kids. And now you mad because you don't have any kids. Let's say she has 3 kids. But you don't have no kids, but you want kids, and the woman that you want to have kids with don't want kids. You can't get mad at her. You can only get mad at yourself because you never asked, number one. And two, you knew she already had a couple of kids, so therefore you should have asked, like, do you want more kids, yes or no? So do you see how that's your fault? That is your fault, babe. So I want you to start thinking about things and not being so quick to blame women for the things that are your fault. Because like I said, you have to understand where people are when you meet them. and recognize that they may not change. They could, but there's also a good chance that they might not. I feel like that was some deep topic for you guys this morning. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this message. All right, so you guys ready for the 360 spin? All right, I'm ready to. So this is what I'm wearing. I'm gonna be wearing this to the gym actually. So little gray gym shorts and a red sports bra. I love these gym shorts because they're like compression shorts, so they just like, you know, hug everything where they need to be hugged, all the things. And let me know what you think about the color red on chocolate. All right, babe, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video, and happy Wednesday. Bye.